Corruption is considered a destroyer of human prosperity and a people's chance to grow and be better. It undermines a government revenue which limits its capability to invest in areas that enhances productivity. It also reduces the government's effort to lessen or even eradicate poverty. Corruption can distort the people's effort to take decisions. It tempts people to satisfy their personal interests first before their obligations to others. All this makes corruption a lot harder to control or stop, and if you don't motivate yourself to do something about it, there's a good chance you'll fall victim to its negative effects as well. Say no to corruption so that we can have a better Nigeria. Thank you for joining us on another edition of The Eagle. My name is Aisha Mohammed.
Imagine a society where everything works. Durable road networks, stable electricity supply, portable water, well-equipped and functional healthcare facilities, quality education for all, affordable housing schemes, social security benefits, job creation, and a lot more that makes life comfortable to live. That is an ideal society. We can only achieve these if we all play our part. Say no to corruption to enjoy these benefits. Kill corruption to save Nigeria. This message is from the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC.
The trial of former Minister of Special Duties and Intergovernmental Affairs, Kabiru Turaki SAN, began on Tuesday, June 23, 2020, before Justice Inyang Eko of the Federal High Court, Abuja, with the first prosecution witness narrating before the court how money meant for sensitization and enlightenment of Muslim youth on hate speech and religious intonation was diverted by Turaki. Abbas Abubakar Umar has the details of this report, but before this, he is going to present another on a courtesy visit to the EFCC headquarters. Over to you, Abbas.
The acting chairman of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, Ibrahim Magu, has expressed his determination and readiness to stop looters who have been stealing from the country, saying no amount of blackmail and mischief will deter him. He made the vow while receiving a delegation of the Nigerian Union of Journalists, NUJ, Federal Capital Territory Council, who paid him a solidarity visit at the corporate headquarters of the EFCC in Abuja. Magu said the prospects of Nigeria are great and must not be allowed to be wasted or stolen by corrupt elements without resistance.
The EFCC, as we all know, is a commission saddled with the mandate of ridding our country of corruption. So we are partners in progress and fellow workers in the building of our nation. Nigeria is our commonwealth. This wealth must be protected at all times, and all hands must be on deck to stop the looters of our wealth. We are blessed by the Almighty Allah with minerals and human resources. We are positioned for greatness. Nigeria is positioned to greatness, there is no doubt about that. And we have everything that should bring forth progress and prosperity for every Nigerian. Those stealing, embezzling, hiding, and carrying our wealth away are not our friends. We must stop them. We must stop looters from their continued stealing of our commonwealth. We must stop the industry of corruption and briefcase investors by all means, and we shall surely stop them.
On the numerous distractions thrown at the fight against corruption, the anti-graft czar said the fight against corruption is not an easy one, as more than ever before, fraudsters are devising new techniques and strategies every day, to beat established rules and systems. Also, several fight-back ploys are being fashioned to distract and discourage genuine fights of corrupt practices. He expressed more dedication and commitment to the anti-corruption fight, stressing that the EFCC is too focused to be distracted and charged Nigerians to rise up and make corrupt practices less attractive.
Let me use this opportunity to say that the EFCC is on course. We are too focused to be distracted. Our paths are already defined, and we shall not dwell from them. We have a lot of results to show for our effort. These results will keep getting better because we are not going to look back at all.
Magu thanked the media for its unwavering support, describing it as the most important partner in the fight against corruption. He said the Nigerian Union of Journalists (NUJ) has always been a formidable voice and development-focused organization in Nigeria and has fought asset of the realm. The press is a pillar in Nigeria's democracy and should be encouraged to rise up more than ever before to the task of fighting corruption, refuse to celebrate ill-gotten wealth, and publicly own the anti-corruption fight. The leader of the delegation and council chairman, Emmanuel Ogbeche, said the NUJ officials came on a solidarity visit to Magu for his steadfastness and determination in the anti-corruption fight, despite distractions, and assured the EFCC of the continued cooperation of the council members as partners in the war against corruption. He called on the EFCC to continue its crackdown on fraudsters and tasked it to the track management of funds being deployed to the fight against coronavirus.
Your gesture of having the top echelon of journalists in the FCT speaks to the high regard you have for the media as a veritable partner in the fight against graft, financial vice, and other related crimes. It is instructive to note that despite the turbulent over 4 years of your being in office, you have remained steadfast and unwavering in your commitment to tackling financial crimes and bringing those involved to justice. While we appreciate your focus, we are nonetheless alarmed at the incoherence and lack of synergy by government agencies involved in the anti-graft war. It is our position that with the continued brickbats, Nigeria stands a risk of losing international support and cooperation in the fight against corruption. It is for this reason that we have come today to urge you to work even harder to ensure that our country is not blacklisted or seen to be unserious in the fight against illicit financial flows. Let me assure you that journalists in the FCT and country in general can be counted as allies in the anti-corruption war.
Other management staff of the EFCC were also present to receive the NUJ delegation. Abbas Abubakar Umar reporting for the Eagle. The former minister is being prosecuted by the EFCC on a 16-count charge of fraud and misappropriation to the tune of 714,670,014 naira 87 kobo. The witness, a legal practitioner, Tahir Umar Tahir, who served as senior special assistant to former President Goodluck Jonathan on Islamic Affairs and State House Mosque, explained his duties as special assistant and told the court that former President Goodluck Jonathan invited him to his office and discussed the security situation of the country with him, especially the activities of Boko Haram and religious intonation that had to do with hate speeches and inciting comments. Following the discussion, Tahir disclosed that he proposed to organize town hall sensitization across the 19 northern states and the 6 geopolitical zones through a memo dated June 30, 2014 on how the program will be executed, to which the former president approved. He revealed that a total of 359 million naira was approved for desensitization and enlightenment, but that only 200 million naira got to him through Turaki, leaving a shortfall of 159 million naira. Tahir further told the court that it was on his recommendation that the government sent the money to the account of Turaki's ministry, given that only ministries operate account which such funds can be transferred to. He added that on July 7, 2014, a formal approval for the programs was conveyed to his office through the Office of the Vice President, in which the Minister for Special Duties would carry out the assignment, a liaison with him as the Senior Special Assistant on Islamic Affairs. Tahir informed the court that the cost of 359 million naira for the programs was released by President Jonathan on January 2015, but was told by Turaki that the Ministry of Finance approved and sent only 200 million naira, following which Turaki transferred 150 million naira in 3 tranches to him. He added that on February 4, 2015, the remaining 50 million naira was approved and given to him in cash by Turaki's Special Assistant Samson Okpetu. In the end, Tahir said he couldn't carry out the programs completely as the fund for it was not fully released. Speaking further, he disclosed that he was invited by the EFCC on November last year over the program and that the commission needed the payment vouchers for transportation and accommodation, participant signatures and video clips. Prosecution counsel MS Abubakar tendered before the court the witness appointment letter, schedule of duties, memo the witness sent to the then President Jonathan, memo he sent to Turaki, approval given by the then President, minutes of the then President's approval of the memo. All were admitted in evidence by the court. Justice Eko adjourned the matter to September 21, 22 and 23, 2020 for cross-examination of witness and continuation of trial. It would be recalled that Turaki SAN was arraigned on May 4, 2020 before Justice Eko of the Federal High Court, Abuja. Arraigned with him were his special assistant Samson Okpetu and 2 companies, Samti Essentials Limited and Pasco Investment Limited. Turaki SAN was the Minister for Special Duties and Intergovernmental Affairs from 2013 to 2015. He also served as the Minister of Labour from 2014 to 2015. Abbas Abubakar Umar reporting for the Eagle.
Corruption is dishonesty and illegal behavior by people in positions of trust. A public office is a public trust. Do not abuse positions of trust for private gains. Stay away from corruption. Nigeria is a great nation, and it is our responsibility to make the country greater. If you notice any act of corruption, please report to the EFCC via info@efccnigeria.org or call 09 904 4751 or 09 904 4752. You can also call 09 904 4753. This message is from the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC.
The Ilorin Zonal Office of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission has uncovered more than 1,400 ghost workers in Kwara State. It has also recovered about 169 million naira from the state treasury looters. Ilyas Harunabala has the details.
Ilorin Zonal Office Isya Kusharu stated this during a briefing with newsmen in Ilorin. He said the ghost workers were allegedly smuggled into the payroll of Kwara State Universal Basic Education Board. According to Sharu, about 31 million naira meant for the payment of salaries was allegedly shared by some senior officers of Nigerian Union of Teachers Kwara State and State Universal Basic Education Board. He disclosed that as soon as investigations into the case are concluded, all the suspects will be charged to court. Sharu appealed to the people of the zone to continue to support the EFCC in achieving its goal to rid Nigeria of corruption.
Ladies and gentlemen of the press, let me assure you that the Commission will not relent in its effort to bring sanity to the society by continuing to discharge its responsibility in conducting discreet and diligent investigation, arresting the culprit, and prosecuting same. I therefore appeal to the people within the zone to continue to support the EFCC in achieving this goal.
Ilyasu Haruna Bala, reporting for the Eagle.
Yes, the EFCC needs all our support as the fight against corruption is for the good of all. Lend your voice and do the right thing, always. The Lagos Zonal Office of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission has secured the interim forfeiture of the sum of 250 million naira illegally diverted from the Niger Delta Development Commission (NDDC) through a contractor. Justice Rowan Aikawa of the Federal High Court Ikoyi Lagos gave the order following an ex parte application filed by the Commission. Martha Eche has the details on this and a conviction report. Over to you, Martha.
Counsel to the EFCC, Usman Buhari, in the application stated that the money had been illegally diverted from the NDDC through a contract awarded by the federal government of Nigeria. Buhari also prayed for an order of the court directing the publication of the interim forfeiture in a national newspaper for anyone interested in the fund to show cause within 14 days why a final order of forfeiture should not be made on it in favor of the federal government of Nigeria. Justice Aikawa, in a short ruling, granted all the relief sought by the EFCC and ordered the forfeiture of the money to the federal government of Nigeria. The judge further directed the Commission to publish the order in any national newspaper within 14 days, notifying the respondents or anyone interested in the money to appear before the court and show cause why it should not be finally forfeited to the federal government of Nigeria. He adjourned the matter to July 9, 2020. Martha Eche, reporting for The Eagle. Justice O.A. Ikpaye of the Lagos State High Court sitting in Ikeja has convicted and sentenced a fraudulent land officer to 30 years of imprisonment for defrauding her client a sum of 32,900,000 naira only. The convict, Omotayo Yemisi Akpelara, was arraigned by the Lagos Zonal Office of the EFCC on November 25, 2013 on a 6-count charge bordering on obtaining money by false pretense and stealing to the tune of 32,900,000 naira. The defendant pleaded not guilty to the charges, thereby setting the stage for her trial. In the course of the trial, the prosecution counsel, M.K. Bashir, called 4 witnesses and tendered several documents that were admitted in evidence by the court. Delivering her judgment, Justice Ikpaye found the defendant guilty on all counts and sentenced her to 7 years imprisonment each on counts 1, 2, and 3 for obtaining by false pretense and 3 years each on counts 4, 5, and 6 bordering on stealing. She will, however, spend 10 years in prison as the sentences run concurrently. Martha Eche for The Eagle.
My people, you see, time don't come where we go stop to grumble. Make we talk about this matter where they table. Before this country go fumble, come tumble. Time don't come where we go hold ourselves accountable and responsible. See as corruption make man pikin dey miserable. See as the hunger they unbearable. Electricity no dey stable. Our roads no dey reliable. Education no dey affordable. Even elections myself, e no dey credible. Who we go hold responsible? But una know say a great Nigeria dey possible. This cankerworm called corruption, e dey curable. Me and you, we dey able, we dey capable, and together we go create an economy that is sustainable. That is why I dey beg all of una, make una support the EFCC so that we fit kick this nyamanyama thing where they call corruption come out for this country. I beg, make una support EFCC.
This message is from the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC.
Communication is the imparting or exchanging of information by speaking, writing, or using some other forms of expression. And it is also the successful conveying or sharing of ideas and feelings. This makes the EFCC to never relent in using different media to reach its publics. Enjoy this other production of the Public Affairs Department of the EFCC.
EFCC, fighting against... Oh my God. Brother, this is 2020. And so, who must hammer this year? Oh, hammer? Yes, no. We must start early to send those mails prepare last year. This year, bigger Mugu must follow. I'm sorry, my brother. This time around, I have New Year resolution. You understand? Maga no need pay, brother. Maga no need pay? Yes, now. Okay. We have to hustle in the right direction. Of course, God has blessed us with the brain. So please, brother, let's use the brain in a good direction. Okay? I'm telling you, I'm no longer interested in running from pillar to post any longer because of that EFCC. And those boys in red jacket, they are not relenting in doing their assignments, which is to rid the country from economic and financial crimes. But let me tell you one thing. I will do all possible best to support them in this year 2020 in order to have better Nigeria. If that is the case, why can't we resist an NGO to support the EFCC to fight against corruption? Beautiful. Now you are thinking in the right direction. Let's support EFCC in the fight against corruption.
We are singing the song, EFCC, the way of stopping the weather. We are singing the song, EFCC.
Well, the EFCC needs all your support to bring corruption to its barest minimum. Join the crusade and say no to corruption. And that's how we end today's edition of The Eagle. But before I go, don't forget the words of the 14th President of the Philippines, Gloria Macapagal Arroyo, which says, "We must weed out corruption and build a strong system of justice that the people can trust. Do your part, shun all forms of economic crimes in our country so Nigeria can be better." You too can be part of this program by sending your inquiries and suggestions to the Eagle at efccnigeria.org or follow us on all our social media platforms at official EFCC. You can also send your petitions to info@efccnigeria.org. My name is Aisha Mohammed. See you again next week. Goodbye for now, and please do stay safe. God bless Nigeria.